agree there's going to be a transition, an energy transition, but I think it needs to be a fair transition and a managed transition. We're not going to change overnight. No, I mean, I think, Africa is really important for TotalEnergies. I mean, we still have, about half of our operated production is in Africa. We have 4 legacy affiliates, Nigeria, Angola, Congo and Gabon, that are still very important, which are producing. And in all these affiliates, we have ideas how we can maintain and increase in some cases the production. So that's a very solid base. Then in addition, we have we've got a new big project in Uganda, the Tilenga ECOP project in Uganda and Tanzania, which is under development and will start producing in 2026. Obviously, we've got Mozambique LNG, which unfortunately, is still under force majeure at the moment because of the security situation. And then we've had some, good exploration success as well in Namibia, which is a little bit a hotspot at the moment. We've drilled 5 wells in Namibia over the past couple of years. We've got some permits as well in South Africa. And in fact, we're drilling exploration wells also in Angola and also in Congo. Well, I mean, obviously, there's some terrible events that happened back in 2021, and since then we've been in force majeure. So I think, it's obviously up to Mozambique as a sovereign state to put in place, the correct conditions, for the local community, for the project, so that we can restart. So I mean, we do appreciate a lot of work that's been done by the Mozambique authorities, obviously in collaboration with some of their African neighbours, including Rwanda, of course, where we are today. And so we hope that sometime soon, we can have the right conditions to restart the project. But I mean, I think we really rely on the government to really create that kind of stable, secure environment across the whole Cabo Delgado province. Yeah, well, I mean, I think, we all agree there's going to be a transition, an energy transition, but I think it needs to be a fair transition and a managed transition. We're not going to change overnight. So I think if you look at the corporate level, the company level, I mean, obviously, we are TotalEnergies, so we are an exploration and production company, but we're also an energy company. And if you look about where we spend our investments, I mean, typically we have about $16 to $18 billion a year of capital investment across the whole company. About 1/3 of that at the moment is spent on new energies. So it could be on renewables, it could be on new molecules, I mean, it could be on power generation. So about 1/3 on new energies, about 1/3 on new projects, new oil and gas projects. It could be Uganda, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, and about another 1/3 on maintaining the production from our existing projects. So I think overall, we're probably going to increase our energy production maybe by about 4% a year over the coming years. But within that energy, there's electricity as well as oil and gas. And so the oil and gas may be about 2 to 3% per year, but with the increasing, investments in renewables, the overall energy will increase by about 4%. So I mean, I think we want to be part of the transition, which is why we're investing in new energy as well as, but we're not going to stop investing in oil and gas. Sovereign states have the right to develop their resources, and we think we can help them to do it. But when we develop new resources like the project in Uganda, I think is a good idea. The Tilenga project, we want to focus on low cost, low emissions projects, and Tilenga meets all of our criteria. It's a low cost project, less than $20 per barrel to develop it end to end, and it's also low emissions. I mean, just to give some figures, the average of our portfolio at the moment is about 18. For every barrel of oil we produce, it uses about 18 kilograms of carbon dioxide, whereas Tilenga is at about 13. So I mean, for us, it's a low carbon project. So we'll continue to invest in low cost, low emissions oil and gas projects. I mean, I think we're one of the largest global companies in terms of solar capacity. So I think we're not just talking the talk. I think we're walking the talk as well by this $5 billion per year. The 1/3 of our capex is going into that area. So I think we're doing what we can as part of that transition. I think it's up to each country to decide how they want to develop their natural resources. I mean, we have lots of investments in oil and gas in Africa, but we also have some investments in renewables as well. But I mean, I think it's not up to me, it's not up to TotalEnergies to tell the countries what they should do with their own resources.
you.